In the realm of human interaction, most people are merely passengers, reacting to the words and emotions of others without ever realizing that the steering wheel is right in front of them. To control a conversation is not about loud arguments or force. It is about mastering the subtle psychological levers that dictate how the human brain processes influence and authority. Most individuals are governed by their subconscious biases and social conditioning, making them predictable and therefore manageable. If you understand the hidden mechanics of the mind, you can steer any dialogue, silence any critic, and command respect without saying a word. This is the art of conversational dominance, where you move from being a participant to being the architect of the social reality around you. By the end of this exploration, you will possess 5 lethal psychological tools that will ensure you never lose control of an interaction again. The first trick to commanding any conversation is the power of strategic silence. In social settings, silence is often perceived as a vacuum that the human brain feels a desperate biological need to fill. When you ask a question or make a point, and the other person gives an unsatisfactory answer, do not speak. Simply maintain steady eye contact and wait. This creates an intense psychological pressure known as the silence gap. Because the other person perceives the silence as a sign of your dissatisfaction or superior knowledge, their brain will go into overdrive to fix the perceived tension. They will begin to over-explain, reveal more information than they intended, or even change their stance to seek your approval. By saying nothing, you force the other person to negotiate against themselves, effectively handing you the keys to their subconscious. The second psychological lever is the technique of perception priming through body language. Before a single word is exchanged, the brain has already decided who holds the power in the room based on physiological cues. To control the conversation, you must occupy physical space and maintain a high-status silhouette. This involves keeping your shoulders back, your chin slightly up, and your movements slow and deliberate. Rapid movements signal anxiety and a lack of control, whereas slow movements signal that you are the one who dictates the tempo of the environment. When you speak, use your hands to emphasize points, but keep them visible. This builds subconscious trust while simultaneously projecting authority. When the other person speaks, lean back slightly rather than leaning in. Leaning in signals that you are chasing their approval. Leaning back signals that they are performing for yours. The third trick is the use of reflective labeling to bypass defensive barriers. When a conversation becomes heated or the other person is being difficult, most people respond with logic, which only triggers more resistance. Instead, you must use a psychological label to identify their underlying emotion. Use phrases like, "It seems like you feel this situation is unfair," or "It sounds like you are concerned about the outcome." By labeling their emotion, you force their brain to move from the reactive amygdala to the rational prefrontal cortex. They will feel an immediate sense of being understood, which lowers their psychological guard. Once the guard is down, you can pivot the conversation in any direction you choose. You are not agreeing with them. You are simply disarming their emotional weaponry so that you can resume control of the narrative. The fourth method is the contrast principle of persuasion. The human brain does not evaluate information in isolation. It evaluates it based on comparison. To get someone to agree to your true objective, you must first present an extreme or anchor request that you know they will reject. When they say no, the subconscious mind feels a slight sense of guilt or a need to reach a middle ground. Immediately follow up with your actual, more reasonable request, because the second request appears so much smaller and more fair in contrast to the first. The other person is statistically far more likely to agree to it. This is a form of psychological framing where you define the boundaries of what is acceptable, making them feel like they won the negotiation while they are actually following your pre-planned script. The fifth and final trick is the mastery of eye contact and the triangle focus. Eye contact is the most direct way to transmit psychological dominance. If you want to intimidate or silence an interrupter, look at their forehead just above the eyes. This creates a sense of unseen pressure that makes the other person feel scrutinized and small. However, if you want to gain deep trust and control, use the social triangle. Look at one eye, then the other, then the mouth. This sequence mimics the way humans look at those they find charismatic and trustworthy. By cycling through these eye contact patterns, you can flip between being an intimidating authority figure and a charismatic leader in seconds, keeping the other person perpetually off balance and looking to you for cues on how to feel. Control is not a gift, it is a discipline. By integrating silence, body language priming, emotional labeling, contrast framing, and strategic eye contact, you turn every conversation into a game of chess where you have already seen 5 moves ahead. The people you interact with will not even realize they are being guided. They will simply feel an inexplicable urge to agree with you, respect you, and follow your lead. You are no longer just speaking. You are performing psychological surgery on the social environment. Master these 5 tricks, and you will find that the world begins to speak exactly the language you want to hear.